Hello everyone, I'm Zede. Welcome back to reality. So it has come to my notice that most women or most girls don't really know how to go about guys, and this often leads to stories that touch and heartbreak. So today's topic is 7 mistakes girls make with guys. And as usual, I'm gonna list and explain some points. So my guys, in the comment section, tell me if I'm speaking your mind. And girls, sit down and listen. Fast.
It's about to go down.
I'm not here to waste time. So let's get straight to it. Now, before we do that, I just noticed I have to do something that I've never really done on this channel before. It just came to my notice that I've never really done it. So please, if you're new here, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you'll be notified whenever I post a video. Thank you. God bless. Mistake number one, using specific timing as a test or guarantee. So, girls, here is the truth. Because you want to, it's enough reason for something to happen. And because you don't want to, it's also enough reason for something not to happen. You don't owe anyone any explanation. Oh, yes, I want to. No, I don't want to. Simple. Most girls actually see timing as a guarantee. Like, you tend to time everything. Some girls will say, I don't have sex till 1 year into the relationship. Some girls will say, I don't kiss any guy 5 months into the relationship. Things like that. The fact that you all actually go as far as telling the guys the time is set for this, it's really, I think the word is repugnant or something. It's not really nice at all because here's the thing, it doesn't guarantee shit. Because what I've noticed with men is that the patience a man has towards you, it's not really a guarantee of the love he has for you. Therefore, because a man is impatient with you, it does not mean he does not love you. He's just impatient. And because a man is patient with you, does not mean he loves you. Here is a fact that you might not have noticed. But men are actually impatient creatures. But when you see a man that's willing to be patient, you need to take caution because that guy is really dangerous as hell. The mistake most of you girls make is that you tell men like this, you tell them, oh, I don't have sex till, 2 years in a relationship. And then this is what some guys do. Some guys are ready to be with you for 2 years just to get what they want and leave. Why do guys do this? I honestly do not know. So please, if you are comfortable doing something, go ahead and do it. If you are not, don't do it. But this specific timing, it doesn't really help much, to be honest. It doesn't really help much. Or if you at all want to, be specific with your timing, just keep it to yourself. Don't tell the guy because it really does not mean shit, to be honest. Know this and no peace. There are no rules to this game. You can do shit with someone the moment you meet that person, and that person will last a very long time. And you can also give all the time in the world, and that person will string you along just to hit and leave. So as you can see, there are really no rules to this game. If you're comfortable doing something, do it. If you're not, don't do it. You don't owe anyone any reason. That's just life. Second mistake, forcing a relationship. When it comes to proposing or asking you out, girls, please allow him to do it at his own pace. Don't rush. The reason for this is when you enter into a relationship or wherever with a logical guy, you then become his priority to an extent. And in order to make you a priority, he has to work on some part of his life in order to make that happen. So please, girls, be patient, okay? Know when the guy is selling you dreams and when the guy is serious, though. I must say that because some guys will just, sell you dreams and, waste your time. So as long as you are sure this guy actually loves you and likes you, just be patient. Mistake number three, dating ugly guys because you feel fine boys cheat. Oh more, some of you girls are not thinking they off me sometimes. God. Seriously though, I hear this thing, anytime I hear girls say this, I'm always like, really? Like really? But to be serious here, in your defense, I think I can see why you girls may want to think this way, but things are not always the way they seem. So girls, I have a question for you. If you're dating an ugly guy because you feel fine boys cheat, is that your ugly boyfriend actually faithful to you? Or is just a lame guy? Which is it? Here is something I'd like to say. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Simply because you don't have evidence that something exists does not mean you have evidence that something does not exist.
He shock you.
That being said, there are known knowns and there are known unknowns. And there are also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know. You don't understand? No comprende? then there's nothing I can do. But jokes aside, though, it's like you telling me your favorite fruit is orange, but you always go to shop for orange. But orange is what you've been having since day one. As you can see, there's no guarantee that when you taste a fruit like apple, orange will still be your favorite fruit. If your boyfriend just happens to not be as attractive and you love him, that's fine. By all means, continue. You don't owe the world any explanation. But saying you actively want to go for ugly guys because you feel most fine boys are cheats, that doesn't make sense. I'm not going to read you any fake statistic I saw on the net because the truth of the matter is that most statistics you see on the net are actually made up. But yeah, it's something I've noticed. Ugly guys actually cheat more. Personally, that's what I've noticed. I'm not saying any statistics I saw on the net. That's just what I've noticed. Ugly guys cheat more. So, ladies, instead of thinking or actively going for guys that are less fine because you feel fine boys cheat, I think you should work on your self esteem. To have the confidence to know that as much as your boyfriend or your significant other is fine enough to attract other girls, they will still stay with you. The fourth mistake you girls make, putting all your strength on looks, or rather thinking looks matter. You have to understand that looks are not the only thing that makes you attractive. It's so unfortunate that there are girls that don't see it as a point to hold substance or have a good character, and they just cover it up with looking good, having nice body and everything. That's really unfortunate. By all means, look good and beautiful, but know that as guys, our ability to be able to relate to you holds much power and it's on another level on its own. Personally, I really find that attractive. Like that's what draws me. For the most part, the saying is true. Looks attracts a man, but your attitude and character is what keeps him. I'm actually going to give you an instance here. It was my 200 level. Yeah. So there were two girls actually. And these two girls, oh god. Okay, just to be plain, these two girls actually liked me. On the side note, saying this, and I feel like I'm about to, snitch on myself because my mom is actually watching this. So, mommy, I'm not a bad boy. It's just that sometimes people say you have an attractive son, or rather, you have attractive sons. That being said, there are some consequences. That's the story. These two girls pretty much liked me. It was causing problems because I knew how to pick one if I were to pick at all. And truth of the matter is, one is far finer than the other. Like one is far finer than the other. When I say finer, way, way finer than the other. But here's the thing. I saw myself being drawn to the less finer girl. Why? Because that less finer girl was actually a good person, a very decent person, had a good attitude, had a good character and everything. The final girl just made her looks a priority. She didn't really work on herself. When I'm talking to a girl, I love when if I should bring up a topic, she's giving me five different instances. You understand? Let the gist be flowing, let everything be flowing, let the mentality be flowing. Let's get smart off of each other. Let's learn new things together. That's what I like. So yeah, I was actually drawn to the girl that was less fine, and it actually started to bother me because the difference was so bad. Like when I mean this final girl was way finer. I don't think you guys understand. Like this fine girl was a 10/10, basically. And I asked my men them, because to an extent, it wasn't normal. Like I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know I was drawn to, mindset. I asked my men them, you understand? I asked them, look, see what's happening. I asked them if you were you, which girl will you actually pick? And their answer is gonna shock you. And the fact that they all said the same thing actually, makes me think we are actually in this together when I tell you your looks don't really matter compared to your mindset. They said if they just want to enjoy, if they just want to have fun, if they just want to play around, then they will date the final girl. But if it was a situation where they wanted to settle down, get married, have kids, and have a good family, that they'll go for the less final girl. So girls, you see, when it comes to things like this, men actually think alike. I'm not saying if you don't hold substance or if you don't have a good character, you won't find a man that will love you. There's someone out there for everybody. But it won't hurt, to hold a little bit of substance and have a good character along with your fine looks. For you all that may be wondering which girl I later picked, I didn't pick any. some things came up. So yeah, I was going through some things on my own. So yeah, I couldn't pick anyone. Just in case you were wondering. But if I was to pick, I'm at least 99.9% certain I would have gone for the less final girl. That's just the truth. Mistake number five, not shooting your shot. This might sound strange, but this is a mistake you girls really make. Girls, I get it. Men chase and you women filter. That's true. But there are sometimes you see a guy, you like a guy, you want the guy, then by all means tell the guy. Although I won't really blame you guys much when you guys don't do this because you see, in life, the balance must be there. The same way there are sane guys, there must be useless guys. If a guy should disrespect you because you told him that you liked him, then trust me when I tell you this, you're far better off tell that guy. But there are some guys you tell that you like them and their respect for you will increase. Fortunately, over my years, I've had some girls, come clean or rather come first, tell me that, look, I like you, blah, blah, blah. Even if we don't always end up, dating, but my respect for them increased at least times two. I'm serious. Like, that's how I really find that cool. Yeah, shoot your shot. This life is short. Mistake number six, being too understanding. Some of you girls are way too understanding, and it's that attitude that will get you killed. A lot of you girls tolerate nonsense all in the name of love and being understanding. No matter a man's upbringing, no matter if he's a product of the environment, no matter how he grew up, every man knows how to treat a girl like a queen. And a guy will slap you, a guy will beat you up basically. Then you make excuses for him because of the fact he might have a bad day. You really don't have respect for yourself. So please, if a guy should lay his hands on you or treat you in a very stupid way, get out of that relationship. There's no need to be understanding there because he obviously does not understand and respect you enough to not let that happen in the first place. Mistake number seven, confusing money and materialistic things with love. This might sound corny, but you see that relationship, you see that love you get from a broke guy, you see that love you get from a guy when he can't give you all you want, but he gives you all he has. Whew. For me, guy, that's one of the realest love you ever get. I'm not asking you to go date a broke guy, but if a guy is rich and you genuinely love him, then by all means continue. Right on. But if you build a relationship based on what you can get from a guy, if you build a relationship on the love you have for his money and not necessarily the person in question, then whatever you see, you should take it.
You think say they wise?
You can't eat your cake and have it. You can't have it all. See, I've heard a lot of rich men talk, and this is something they say. They say it's either I'm paying all the bills or it's either I'm being faithful to you, but I'm not doing both. And it's so crazy because this is the mentality most rich guys have. And will you really blame them? Personally, I don't blame them for shit. And here is why. I grew up around girls saying things like, I just want to make my own money. I just want to go on vacation with my fellow girls. I just want to go around the world with my girls. So I won't need a man to do all that. And prove to myself I don't need a man for anything. I grew up around girls saying things like that. And to an extent, it scared me because I was then like, wow, okay, if every girl is thinking of having money, I might not get a girl to get married to at the end. This is just what I thought though, yes, and me being a child and everything. Because that's the mentality I grew up of, women having. But these days, it's like girls don't understand that money is unisex. Just the same way a guy can have it, you can have it too. These days, I hear girls say, I just want to go marry a rich man and live a soft life. But you see, actively building a relationship for the love of his money and not necessarily. And you all still wonder why a rich man is confidently come out and say, it's either I'm paying all the bills or I'm being faithful, but I'm not doing both. You can't expect faithfulness from a man when you basically build your love around your love for his money. So, girls, please try to make your own money because it will save you from a lot of embarrassment and unnecessary sex. We've come to the end of this, and I hope you've been able to pick up a thing or two. So, yeah, I'm Zode, and I'm out.